Good morning, everyone. I'm Anamika from IncubateIND, and I thank you for joining us for the grand finale of Intuit Circle Codeathon, the flagship event of Intuit Circles. Intuit Circle is Intuit's first strategic startup ecosystem program that strives to facilitate survival rate and growth for startups by leveraging Intuit's smart tech and expertise of 35 plus years serving small businesses globally. To know more, you can visit the community platform at intuitcircles.com. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our esteemed jury members. First, I would like to welcome Sairi Chahal, CEO and founder, Sheroes. Sairi is on the board of directors of Paytm Payment Bank and Milan Foundation, and on the advisory board of US-based initiative Women in Cloud. Gaurav Ranjan, Vice President, Prime Ventures Partner. Gaurav has been actively involved in the Indian startup ecosystem for last 7 years. The first 4.5 years in the operating role building and scaling consumer tech startups. Post which he moved to the investing side of ecosystem with Prime Ventures and has been investing in and working with early stage startups for last 2.5 years. Saurabh Saxena, Vice President, Product Development, Intuit. Saurabh leads the small business and self-employed group of India focused on powering small business success globally through QuickBooks Online Advanced and QuickBooks Desktop. Vikalp Sahani, co-founder and ex-CTO Go IBBoo. Vikalp has worked on next-gen crawl and search technologies and is now working on travel platforms. Anup Pai, founder and CEO eSamuday. Anup is a bank tech expert and has spent 24 years in banking and financial industry across the continent, implementing technologies for core banking, trade finance, digital banking, data warehousing, business intelligence, and regulatory data flows. Manish Saab. Manish is responsible for shaping new ideas by applying customer-driven innovation and design for delight into its core innovation capabilities to put the solution into the hands of customers early and validate customer benefits. Nidhi Gopal, Director, Product Development, Intuit. Nidhi is a technology leader with extensive leadership experience around building world-class software products around small and medium businesses and logistics and supply chain domain. She leads product engineering for QuickBooks Desktops. Daya Prakash, founder, Talent on Lease. He has been in the enterprise and digital technology domain for over little 2 decades now. Before starting his entrepreneurial journey as a founder of Talent on Lease, he has served as a CIO of LG India. Thank you all for being here with us today. To get us started, we have a special welcome message from Mariana Tessel, EVP and Chief Technology Officer, Intuit. Mariana oversees Intuit's technology strategy and leads all of Intuit's product engineering, data science, information technology, and information security teams worldwide. Let's roll the video.
Hey there! I'm very excited about the Intuit Circles Codeathon. And congratulations to all of you who made it to the finals. I hope you're having an amazing time and experience at this event. Personally, I always like startups. Startups are typically where much of the new and exciting innovation is created. It's actually amazing what passionate and even small team can do together. India specifically became a powerhouse of innovation. The startup ecosystem there is 50,000 startups strong and continues to grow. It grew even during the pandemic. Bangalore in particular is one of the world's fastest growing startup cities, with investment growth of over 25 times just in the last decade. Let's talk about Intuit. At Intuit, our strategy is to become AI-driven expert platform. It is a combination of people and technology, and it is all about being an open, trusted, and easy to build on platform. This strategy allows thinkers, builders, innovators like you to get creative and solve pressing problems for our customers. I'm excited about the innovations you're going to bring to our customers and how you're going to help their prosperity, as well as advance your mission and your business. I'm sure you had some amazing ideas, and here you are at the final stretch. I wish you all the best, and I can't wait to see the innovations you're all unleashing. Thank you so much.
It was great to hear Mariana's message, and we are truly looking forward to hearing all your amazing solutions. To kick off, I would now like to invite Anshuman Kumar, Director, Global Brand and Communication, Intuit. Anshuman leads brand and corporate communications for Intuit across global market and development centers with special focus on brand experience and employee ambassadorship, making him a near disruptor in this space. Over to you, Anshuman.
Hey, thank you so much, and welcome to everyone who's joining us virtually, and thank you for the participation over the last month or so, and most importantly, thank you for having spent so much of time for all the time that you have already spent, and also the time that you have committed today. I think that's the most important gift that we can have from the ecosystem. And we are very excited to dedicate ourselves to work with all of you closely. And this is just one of those opportunities that we really cherish. And what you heard from Mariana is absolutely amazing and inspiring for all of us. You know, at Intuit, we are committed to the prosperity of all our stakeholders. And that's what we really have put our mission as, powering prosperity around the world. So with that in context, I just want to take you all a little while back when we were all in the earlier environment. Hopefully, we'll be back in that very soon. And we have always been customer obsessed. And when we were meeting our customers, some of you, the startups, the small businesses in India, they were always looking at joining hands with Intuit. And they're looking at opportunities to do that, at scale. And that is when actually the whole concept of Intuit Circles really kind of took shape. And I'm so thrilled to have the sponsorship of Sanket, especially, who's our leader for the India organization and also the global development centers. We have been on this mission of really kind of getting close to our customers and understanding what we can do to solve their pain points. And not just that, all of our customers, if you look at, are actually solving customer pain points at scale. And so, this is how we really kind of want to live our mission of powering prosperity, is to understand from our customers and build solutions, in partnership with them. And this Codeathon is really actually a testament to that journey where we are trying to get closer to the pain points that our customers have today and helping them, through solutions that we can build leveraging our platform and technology. And if you just look back at our own Intuit journey, we have been on a mission of disrupting ourselves throughout our existence, right? We were a company that was started in the 80s, and at that time, it was the era of the DOS, and then graduating from there to the era of Windows, mobile, cloud, and now to the journey of being an AI-driven expert platform. I think that's been our own kind of reinvention and reimagination that we have gone through as a company, and is something that really kind of brings us closer to our existence as maybe a 30-plus-year-old startup ourselves, right? How can you continue to stay nimble, agile, and be able to make decisions faster, be able to work in a mission environment, so that you can solve for the real kind of pain points that our customers face for today and help them leapfrog into their own journey forward. So that's just a little bit of context about Intuit and Intuit Circles, why we are here today. And, I'm really excited with all the ideas that we have seen come to life already, and super thrilled to see the passion of so many folks who have participated, in this program. This was again an experiment, and that is what we really kind of love, to lead with experiments. This is one of our first experiments to really provide opportunities at scale to the startup ecosystem in the country, and so that we can help them build solutions that they are really kind of testing their ideas with, and also solving for a pain point that they have identified. Over the last month or so, we have had 138 startups who registered for the Codeathon, and we have seen tremendous interest from 500 plus college students who want to build their own startups using our platform. And that is really, really exciting. And we want to really, go forward and enable more of that in the future. And we know that those of you who are participating today are solving a number of problems. And if I can recollect, the top three is around being compliant and organized, getting paid, and getting customers. I think these are all the pain points that are in the top list for any startup, any small business, or any business for that matter. And we'll be looking forward to what solutions you all propose and build, and how we at Intuit can help you accelerate that journey. And the other thing that was very, very exciting was that 15% of you who have participated have already products in the market. So it will be a great learning for all of us, from that journey that you have already had, and see what you will be able to do in the future based on the collective knowledge and wisdom that you will get being part of a forum like this. And the other 16% of you are building really cutting edge solutions with the help of emerging tech like AI, ML, and blockchain. So I am absolutely thrilled to be here and to kick us off for what I feel will be a day that we'll all remember for a long time. And hopefully we will see solutions that we will create that will solve the pain points of our customers for today and for the future. So with that, all the best, and thank you again for participating, and thank you everyone who has contributed their time and energy and passion to be part of this particular journey. Over to you, Anamika.
Thank you very much, Anshuman. Now let's move to the next part of Intuit Circle Codeathon. We will start the pitch sessions for the top 9 teams now. I would like to inform everyone that each team has 5 minutes for presentation, followed by 3 minutes for Q&A. There is a negative scoring for every minute that you exceed. So I would request all of you to stick by the time. Now I would like to hand over to Asghar. He would be inviting the teams in sequence. Over to Asghar now.
Thank you, Anamika. Good morning, everyone. I hope all startups are prepared for their pitches. So let's just start with a quick attendance of all the teams. I'll call out the names. The team leaders can just unmute themselves and mark their presence. So team Finnovate.
Yes, we are present.
Team Insignia.
Yes, we are present.
Team Fractal.
We are present, Asghar.
Team Blitzscalers.
Yeah, we are present.
Team Alpha Devs.
We are also present.
Team Directly.live.
Present.
Team Question Mark.
Present.
The Miners.
We are here.
Team Alpha Battlers.
Present, sir.
Great. So we have all the teams here with us. So I'd like to invite all the jury members also, that we have kept aside 30 minutes post all the pitches are done for the deliberation. So we'll quickly start, and I would like to invite the first team, that's team Finnovate. You can start with your presentation and make sure you turn on your videos while you are presenting.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Let me see how to get rid of this. Okay. So can we start?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, so good morning, everybody, and we are extremely excited to be a part of this Intuit Circles Codeathon journey. And I'm Smriti Chaudhary, and my other co-founder is Saurabh, who is going to take it further from here.
Right, so I'm going to present here some of these big challenges which are widely reported in the media as well, related to getting payments for the MSMEs. And as much as late, even the several government initiatives are there, and the latest one being said that the government might even put a 1% fine on late payments to the MSMEs. But a big challenge, and this is the scope of it. How big it is where I want to show next. So the government has put up a MSME Samadhan portal. Many of you would know about it. And the number showing here is 61,000 applications which have been filed to the tune of 17,000 crore of delayed payments, of which a very few number has been actually resolved via cases. So this continues to be a big problem across the sector, and this is what we are going to target through our solution. So that is our problem statement. We have picked up problem number 2, and to look at the scope of how big this market is, as per the latest reports published by the government, which came out in September a few months back. 63 million MSMEs in India, out of which 32 are in the rural and about 30, half and half in the urban. So let us see how we are going to do this. Before I move to the next part, I would like to introduce what the MSME Act has also been there, and which specifies the 45-day credit period. And I'll show in the following slides how we are actually going to utilize this. So this is a government mandated guideline, and this is what we are using as one of the basis points for designing our solution and also keeping it compliant with government regulations. So this is what our dashboard looks like. I'll quickly take you into the dashboard and show you something live on what we have. So we start with this. For example, a customer who comes on board, they will join on something like here. They'll get into it, and they straight away come to our dashboard here. So the dashboard will give you an overall summary of how the business is. We are pulling all this data from the QuickBooks system actually. So this is where you get list of all the invoices, and you can see different customers, different invoices with actual status and how much has been paid on a particular invoice versus how much is also due. Because sometimes an invoice gets paid partially, and we have to build a solution around it. For example, let's say this is an invoice number 50 which has come to me. So from here, what I can do is I can quickly notify the person here using a mobile number, and what you will see is I'll get a SMS alert quickly on this, and from there on I can take this into the payment. So that is one of the easiest ways to enable quick and fast collections. Okay, so the SMS has already come. So if I go back to my screen here, so I can open up this this link, which gives me a very quick option to pay. It takes to our payment setup here. And from there on, actually, we can initiate this payment. So this payment system uses a Paytm at the back end for making these payments, right? So this actually makes a live payments. I'll skip that for now. Continue with the rest of the solution. When I talked about the DSO setup, this is what we actually see. So you go into your business network, and in this column, you can actually see the DSO. So what happens is, if it's a live system, I can actually go and settle some invoice here. And
what 1 minute for you.
Right, thank you. And that actually will give me a quick parameter on how the performance and which customer are paying me slow and which customer are paying me fast. So that's a very important metric that we bring to the front of the user as well. So this is actually our entire setup. We have already seen it. Quick on what we do next. The way we get the invoices, we can set up a bill discounting using the QuickBooks data as well, where the financiers will get access to the invoice. So that's an extension of this. To close out our go-to market, first is via partner events, but the big one for us is content localization, depending on the data where the MSMEs are located. So that's where we translate our interface into something which users can use across the different states of the country. And of course, partnering and being present in various networks. Finally, about the team, and yes. If you want to add on this.
Yes, we have, I'm Smriti Chaudhary and Saurabh Raj. We are co-founders, and we are very excited to be part of this journey with Intuit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and we are happy to take your questions.
Thank you. Any questions, jury?
Yeah. Hey, Smriti and Saurabh. It was fantastic, and thank you for sharing. Quick question: when you shared the invoices, right, and you sent a message to the mobile, and the
Right.
CTA to pay was on the mobile. So, did you also thought about, because QuickBooks do have today pay-enabled links on the invoices? Just wanted to understand a bit more on that part that you showed on mobile. The idea was that to put the CTA on the message, and then that's how take to the payments.
Yes, yes. So we do that, and the other thing is we are the payment integration. The second part which we are doing is implementing this, so the business gets the payment instantly, right? UPI is getting in more popular. So while the QuickBooks method in the sandbox we could not see, but I believe it sends an email or something of that sort, right? What we try to do is send it directly with a link to the person's mobile, and this notification is eventually going to be automated. So as the invoice is created, the link can go directly and they can take an action, and then the further notification can come from there based on, let's say, if the invoice is paid half or partially, right? So it gives more control to the user also, and facilitates faster collection.
Sure. Thank you, Saurabh.
So just a follow-up question. You did talk about one of the expertise you have is the localization. With the partners like Google Pay and WhatsApp coming in, easing the entire payments. Do you have, or do you, in your roadmap, are you looking at integration with any of these platforms?
Correct. So our payment system, what we have done in the background, which you saw with the links, it is to integrate multiple payment options. So that's the friction which we don't see. And I can give you a live example which happened to us. Few days back, I was trying to renew a DSC, which is done by the CA and this certificate company. And I was surprised that they send me saying, send me the money in Google Pay. And actually, I didn't have my Google Pay then. So that is where this kind of a system where I can pay by anything, Google Pay or a Paytm wallet or a UPI address, and eventually the seller gets credited into their bank account, which might be linked to the QuickBooks backend, right? So that interoperability of the payment is what we are focusing on to reduce this friction for the in the entire process.
Hey, Saurav and Smriti, this is Anu. I
Right.
just want to know how are you pricing? How are you going to price your solution for your end customers?
So we have not actually gone to that stage, to be fair. I mean, the pricing, I understand QuickBooks has a pricing plan in that. So what we could do is we could ride on top of it to give offer this as a value-added service, or configure this package, of course, which will have to be in discussion with what the QuickBooks strategy is. So we need to be going there together instead of just providing this as a standalone solution. For example, let's say we pick up top 2-3 states, which is as per the report, and if QuickBooks says that, okay, we do the content localization, we design the application, our front end in such a way, and then to either gain customer traction on market or increase our presence there, we might be offering some promotional packages. So that I feel we can do it together instead of just a standalone standard packages. But that's what our idea is.
Sure. Thanks so much. All the best with this.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Saurav. This is Gaurav here. So on the reconciliation side, have you also built like a recon engine in the backend? Or
yes. Correct. So we are tracking all the payments through individual payment links. So what will happen is, end of the day, the customer is the buyer actually here is able to download an Excel or a CSV with status of payments across each of these links, which means an invoice, if it's let's say 1,000 rupees and 200, 600 came, so they will know which invoice was paid and how much was paid across each, with tracking of UTR numbers, right? So that we can provide them instantly, and in fact they can download regularly and keep feeding into their existing ERP or CRMs.
Hey Saurav, this is Manish. Any plans on how to validate the idea?
A good question. So we were talking to a few people and we told them that we are doing this as part of this. First, they were very excited to hear about this, saying this is very good actually. And then and in fact, from there itself, one of the initial business ideas also came that what we should do first. So they said that this is actually good. The content localization discussion came from there. They said that, okay, if you want to reach out to a maximum number of people in the shortest amount of time, do a bit of translation of what the front end is. So that was one of the points which came up in the discussion. The second was to make it very simple interface available on the mobile. And the discussion, the initial ideas came around charging up this ecosystem around B2B setup in the office environment, where a typical office gets a lot of supplies and deliveries. So they said the discussion there was that we go and we target this as the starting ecosystem, where either we go and tell the business that, okay, we can onboard all your suppliers. It could be an electricity, generator, diesel, water, Bisleri, I mean, it goes on, right? So either we onboard all of them and we give them a single portal, which is, powered by QuickBooks in the backend, and they put all their invoices and it gets paid. And the other way is also, if it's a big enough supplier, let's say we go to something called a Bisleri, and we say that, okay, in a particular state, we go and provide this as a training initial onboarding to all your distributors, right? And then we can go and give this to them. So these were few of the strategies which were coming while we were talking to some of our customers, and they said that we have to deal with so many while we are already on QuickBooks. Why don't you help some of our vendors get onto QuickBooks without actually overburdening them? So our accounting in QuickBooks is seamless from both the customer side and also from the supplier side. And I've seen QuickBooks API. They also have a vendor module, which we have actually not got the time to link in, but we can utilize that and build on the rest of the application. I hope that was somewhere useful.
Yeah, sure. Thank
you, Saurav. I guess we'll have to move to the next team.
Right. Thank you. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I request all the jury members to please call the team. Meanwhile, I'll invite the next team, Team Insignia.
Hello, guys. This is Vaibhav Gautam. Let me just share my video.
Jury, are you done with this course?
Yes, I'm done. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, shall I start then?
Sure, please start.
Yeah. Before starting with the presentation, I want to give you a short demo of our product. So let me just share my screen. Let me know if you are able to see the screen.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, now let's move to the presentation. Let me share my screen. Okay. Hello all. Actually, the idea we are proposing is a lead management system. This is Team Insignia. We are here to present for the Intuit Circles Codeathon. A brief about myself. I am Vaibhav Gautam. I'm MBA from IIM Calcutta, and I did my computer engineering from NSIT, University of Delhi. I hold a banking experience and a strong IT background. My other partner is Piyush Gautam. He holds an MBA from BIMTech and a CSC degree from Anna University. He holds a strong background in CRM and market automation industry, and have an IT background. Basically, we chose the get customer theme because we felt that there is a need for some tool in the market which can help all those individual customers who can directly join the digitalization phase transformation which we are seeing. And that's why we have proposed a lead management system which is highly coupled with QuickBook for all the accounting purposes. A lead management tool is something which helps individual or company or customer collect leads directly from different sources like WhatsApp, QR code, business card, everything, and can manage the leads and prepare the lead funnel. This is what we are proposing. If we have look at the market, basically we have divided the market into enterprise and SME, not B2B and B2C. What we see is that if we look at the enterprise side, we can propose a cloud-based CRM for different enterprise client and which can cater to different industries like BFSI, IT, manufacturing, logistics. And if you look at the market who stood at $47.79 billion, which grows at 11.6 at a rate of 11.6 CAGR. And if we look at the SMEs, we can directly target the individual SMEs in hyperlocal. We have seen that even the small players like Khata Book, Pagar Book, Vyapar, that has seen a huge success in the market. Even new entrants like Reliance have entered it, which makes this market very attractive. And the good thing about QuickBook is that if QuickBooks, let's say the services provided by QuickBook and the market we are focusing, it will make QuickBook a household name without much investment in the marketing side. And the market, if we see the market, it stood at something around $1,000 billion, and which is growing at around 7.9 CAGR. So basically, we have not calculated the targeted market, basically total addressable market and all that. We just wanted to focus what exactly our product is, how we will be pitching it. Basically, the key features are the mobile first solution because it is something which we have seen the gap in the industry. Most of the products are not focusing on the mobile. The lead capturing is what we are focusing on. Task creation follow-up is there. Open API, we provide different connectors, like it is highly coupled with QuickBooks. So this is one of the connector. We can provide the connector for different other products in the market. Industry specific solution, yes, we can provide different templates for different industry like fintech, edtech and all that. Edtech is in boom these days.
Last 30 seconds for you, Vaibhav.
Yeah, sure. Key performance indicators are the year-on-year rise in customer base, revenue, MMR and ARR, annual recurring revenue, and how our customer churn rate is. Since it is a mobile app, all the mobile app-centric parameters will come into picture. Also, since there is a web app, so there are other parameters will also come into the picture. QuickBook integration strategy, we have seen that we can sync our leads, sync our product, onboard the vendors, generate the invoice. All these can be done directly from the application itself. This is a wireframe diagram. You can see the active leads through different sources we can add. We can check the follow-up, invoices, different connectors can be added. And this is how the template looks like. And this is how our basically the UI looks like. You can access the APK from this. Yeah, we can access the APK from this link, and that's all from my side here.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Any questions, Judy?
Vaibhav, sorry, go ahead.
Vaibhav, excellent, problem to take on. So, is there any specific persona of an end user that you have in mind? Because it is a vast ocean, right? I mean, is there a specific industry or a specific type of end user that you have in mind right now?
Actually, we want to focus more of a hyper locals, most of our shop owners and different individual who are into business, but they don't have a very credible software solution because most of the CRM industry focuses on the enterprise client. There are very less people or companies are there which trying to solve the problem of an individual businessman or hyper local or shop owner. That is what we think that could be an ideal customer base for us.
Um, but I'm not sure. I mean, is that target customer is also? I mean, QuickBooks might not be there. I mean, would that be a challenge?
That is what I have said that before in my PPT. Yes, QuickBook is not there, but if it is a good way to introduce QuickBook to a different market, we can introduce there. And also, as we know that the market size is huge, it stood around 1.3K billion dollars. Right now, we are not segmenting the market. We are talking as a whole. But if we look and we have a small space for, we can build a small space for ourselves and can cherry pick some high paying customers also from there.
Sounds good. Awesome. All the best.
Yeah, we have seen that even the shop owners have some 10 crores of turnovers also, so they can be our customers also.
Hey, Vaibhav, this is sort of a quick question. You showed in the demo some of the sync with QuickBooks Online. And where are you syncing the customer data and how exactly you define the lead in your product?
Basically, we are actually what we have understood based on the QuickBook is that QuickBook is a platform where everything about the customer, invoicing, everything stored. So it makes sense that whatever leads we are capturing, we can directly sync it with the QuickBook so that when we have to generate an invoice, we don't have to provide more parameter. Instead, directly if you provide the IDs, so that will be sufficient for this. For the demo, we have hard-coded some values, but in the practical manner, if we, let's say, visualize the product as a direct going to the market, we can directly sync the leads with the QuickBook environment, and we can directly generate the invoice or different things from the QuickBook. Basically, we'll be syncing the products also all and our customer leads also. So it will be easier for the customer who is using this app to directly generate his invoice or different things directly from the app.
And last question, Vaibhav, have you looked into the QuickBooks mobile app, which is auto in sync with the QuickBooks in terms of lead and other products?
I have seen the QuickBook mobile app. Maybe I have not used it, but I have seen the brochures on the website, and I've seen that there are different similar kind of things. There are different features are there available in the mobile app.
Okay. Thank you, Vaibhav.
Vaibhav, this is Daya Prakash. I have a very quick question to you. I just trying to understand from the product that you're building or the solution that you're building, which segment do you want to be in? Are you trying to be a CRM solution? Are you trying to be a CRM which is closely integrated with QuickBooks? Where you exactly want to establish yourself as a product?
Yeah,
something that I'm trying to understand.
Yes, sir. Actually, one of my partner holds a good expertise on the CRM. What we have seen is that CRM is a highly competitive industry where the barrier of entry is more like a red ocean for different companies. There are so many players solving different problems. What new we think is that on the targeting, let's say, a small business owners, SMEs, or someone, an individual businessman who has a net worth of, let's say, a good amount, let's say, few crores. So there it makes more sense because that the market is new. Different players are entering that market. For example, I told you about the Khata book and Vyapar app.
So, Saurabh, quickly, sorry to interrupt you, but do you think that there are not enough CRM solutions addressing that particular market? That is something, that's the key thing that you want to encash on?
Yes, what we have seen is that most of the CRM solution target the enterprise client, and if let's say from an individual
There are solutions for SMB also.
Yes, yes. But from the individual perspective, let's say small business owner, there are very few solutions provided which can cater their end-to-end needs. If let's say someone is directly joining, has a business, he wants some software solution, there is no from the off the shelf a solution can be provided. For example, how the Khata book is solving the problem, then now the shopkeepers or owners don't have to think much about which product they have to go with. They don't have that technical expertise to understand different what is a CRM, what are different products there in the market, what is a different solution. They want something which is handy, they want something which is directly plug in, and then they just have to start working on the system.
Sorry to interrupt, Vaibhav. We'll have to make a hard stop here. We'll move to the next team now.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Jury, please share your scores for them. And I would like to invite the next team. Team Fractal. Are we done with this scores, Jury?
Yes.
Sure, Chidru, please go ahead.
Hey, I'm Mahit from Team Fractal, and I'm Chidru. So when it comes to our team, we have looked into a solution for the Indian market, and it's often said that the Indian ecosystem that surrounds accounting is extremely complex due to the law. So what we have done here with the team is that we have balanced it by including both accountants as well as software designers and engineers, so that we understand what the user wants and what is actually required in the market while integrating an app for the market in India. So coming to the app itself and the ideology behind it, what we have done is that we have taken the QuickBooks API and we have seen how to scale it for the Indian market and the Indian context. So because the Indian law is very different from what goes around the globe due to the tax evasion and other elements that happen in India, there are several factors to an app which need to be integrated for the Indian market. So for example, let's take the profit and loss statement itself. In India, there are two profit and loss statements that are to be made. One is for the tax purposes, one is for reporting purposes as per Ind AS or the AS Act itself. Now, apart from that, audit in India is very fragmented. That is, small businesses don't have documents at one place. So what happens here is when a big auditor or an auditor by a investment firm or a venture capitalist who's assigned goes to a small company, he does not find an audit trail, because of which the reports are qualified, and hence the funding is not provided to small companies, which has become a very big problem in India. And also due to transparency, which is faced by a lot of venture capitalist firms in India, wherein small firms are not able to render information on timely basis to these venture capitalist firms who want it on live basis. So going to the demo of the app. The screen is visible, right?
Yep.
Hey guys.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So coming to the demo of the application, so we come to the first part, that is the configure screen, where you can easily set up all your information, everything. So it's a one-touch access and with a beautiful UI, UX and experience. So you connect with your QuickBooks account, you set up your permissions, you give access to the accounts and customers, and as Mahit was pointing out, you set up your custom accounting policies, and you can even turn off your notifications, turn on app notification, email notification, all that. Then we come to the prime heart of all our features. That's the AI-based features that we are providing. So which might be credit limiting, trend analysis, customer retention analysis, or as Mahit was saying, real-time views for audit as well as for investors. So let's go on to the first tab, that is sales and expense. So under sales and expense, let me head over to the trends tab. So what is this trends tab? So we know that small SMB companies might not have huge CRM teams like MNCs or predicting trends or predicting how a particular customer is purchasing from the company, how a particular vendor is reacting to the company can add huge immense value to that SMB. So as you can see here, we have a date-based calendar where we can see, and you can see that we have created an AI-based model where we can see which company or which customer is buying at what time of the month, what time of the week, how much they're supposed to buy, are they meeting their expectations? So you can see that Infinity Technologies have retained their expected sales, whereas Arion has gone below their predicted value. So let's see why that is. So as you can see here, you can see today's figures, you can see this week's figures, you can see this month's figures, and you can see what is, and we also normalize it to the current market. Of course, and we understand many businesses are fragmented as well as they're seasonal as well. So the model takes into consideration all of these factors, and you can see the expected sales and what's the current sales and why this is happening. So for SMBs, for small companies, it's it's really time consuming to do it manually, or it's very expensive to do it. So that's why we have an AI-based solution to do the same here. So as you can see here, the recent orders, you can change the threshold of what meets with the customer, etc. So
last 30 seconds.
Just wanted to show you our model that we have built. So this model has been built online, and you can see this is the data we are feeding. The data which is something that we're directly getting from QuickBooks, the customer data. So based on all this data we're able to predict. We are able to kind of predict what the just 1 second. We're able to predict what kind of a sales this customer is expected in which week, as you can see. So this volume, as you see, is what this was real entities. And what these code labels you can see here are the predicted values, what the model has predicted. And so based on this and based on custom thresholds that you have set, we are able to predict customer patterns and add lots of value to the business as well. So going back, I think Mahit will start talking to you about the credit limit model.
So when it comes to credit limiting in India, one of the biggest problems that small companies face is recovery of money for the sales in the past. Now, what we have done here is that we have based the model on the basis of the size of the customer as well as its compliance to the credit limit followed by the company itself. So every company or a customer is given a rating in the app on the basis of their volume, and this rating is also multiplied with the past experience, that is how they have complied before. So what we take in here is on the basis of the due date, on the basis of their compliance, and also on the basis of their ease and the number of calls the CRM team has to make to these customers to recover the payment. So we take in all these factors to rate a customer, and on the basis of that multiplier is the credit limit set. Now, this is advice to the entrepreneur itself and not a compliance for them to follow. So the advice can be taken by the entrepreneur on the basis of their own flexibility and will.
Exactly. So if you have a better will, you have a better understanding. It's of course manually you can change the credit limits and things like that.
And you can also ease on the basis of your own business and how you want to expand. Now, when it comes
Thank
to
you, team. We'll move to the questions now.
Can we just get 30 seconds to wrap up?
Seconds, yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to GST disqualifications, a lot of expenses are of the nature wherein GST credit cannot be taken. So what we do here is we analyze the invoices and the supporting documents on the basis of the vendor and the writing. We disqualify certain expenses. So if you can look at this, there are travel charges which are being disqualified, which are not actually for which credit cannot be taken in India. Now going to the next feature, that is the audit view. The audit view is very important for the auditors as it gives a one-stop destination for all audit documents. So I want to look into a transaction. Here in our app, you can see the invoice, you can see the authorization, you can also see the GI dump, which makes it very easy for the auditor to start and end an audit procedure at one place itself, which makes it very easy for a company to switch to a Big Four auditor if it wants investment in India. Now, this is something for the investors. Now, what happens in India is that there's no very real way to actually see what is happening in a company. And a lot of small entrepreneurs and venture capitalists have a misunderstanding because of this. Because sometimes an entrepreneur may misstate the figures by a small or a big amount, which causes a lot of friction between them. So what we do here is on the basis of live invoicing and live transaction on the QuickBook, we give certain figures which are important and relevant for the investors on live basis. It is to note that this feature is only for unlisted companies, because listed companies cannot use this due to the law and complexities in SEBI regulations in India. So for unlisted companies who are pitching for small investors or big investors, it is very important.
Thank you, team. No more extension, please. Jury, any questions for them?
Hi, this is Vikal. Good stuff, Team Fractal. I really like the clean user experience, but I'm a little confused on who's your customer. Is this the SMBs your customer, or is this Intuit is your customer? So I'm not able to wrap my head around who's exactly that customer that you would reach out to.
Yeah. So can we go to the slide of go-to-market? Yeah. So what we understood here is that small businesses in India do not decide which accounting software they want to use. It's rather their auditors, their investors who decide what accounting software they'll use, and on the basis of the advice of these investors or auditors, they choose their accounting software. So what we have done here is rather than going to the businesses themselves, what we want to do is a different approach. That is, if you look at now, let's go back to the story of Tally in India. Tally, if you look at Tally, why it is so prominent and prevalent in the Indian context is because of education itself. Now, if you look at most of the accountants who come up out of ICAI or any college, they have been educated on Tally for a very long time, because of which they are comfortable on Tally, and which makes them to prompt the businessmen to take Tally itself. So what we do here is our go-to-market are small audit firms as well as medium-sized audit firms, along with institutions like ICAI. We want to integrate our app into the education system, along with integrating these software to the audit procedures themselves. So what happens here is the auditor will recommend our app for their ease, and that's where we target businesses, and it is relevant for mainly for goods industry. And so our first go-to-market will be industries in the FMCG sector, as well as any company which is dealing with goods rather than service, because our integration for the IND-AS or the AS is mainly for sale of goods.
And also, because thanks for the question. So I just wanted to say, so we initially, of course, plan to start off as a add-on feature which talks to like a wrapper over Intuit's QuickBooks, of course. But of course, if Intuit really likes the idea, we would be very happy to partner and integrate this into the direct platform for services.
Got it. Understood. Thanks.
Any questions, Siri?
Yeah.
I had one question.
Yeah. What is the value prop that the integration will provide? Because if you look at some of the integrations we already have with the QBO on the business insights that we are getting, so how different is this idea?
Okay. Yeah. So Nidhi, thanks for that question again. So the first thing that I want to say is, I know that QuickBooks primarily is, Intuit primarily is an AI-based, wants to get into the AI space and looks into the analytics part and AI-based features with a lot of vigor. And that is something that we have kept in the core of our businesses as well. As you can see, we are trying to provide so many USPs but for the Indian market, you can see, as you said, there are other plugins, but they're not primarily so customized to Indian market. For example, let's say the Gst Disqualification. It is something that is very, of Indian origin, and it's also AI based. So it works with the Indian market as well as QuickBooks primary core services, which is using AI and making it extremely cheap and efficient for SMBs to operate.
So adding to that, I'll just give a small example. Now, what happens is if we let's take an expense like rent. So when we pass an entry for rent in QuickBooks, what happens is whatever rent we have paid is shown as an expense against the money paid, right? So but according to the IND-AS or the accounting standard, that's not the way it has to be done. So no auditor would pass an account on the basis of that entry. What is actually required is the creation of a right of use asset, which has to be amortized over a period of time, which the IND-AS dictates. Now, because QuickBooks has an aim of reducing the requirement of a professional, what this essentially does is this essentially passes these entries directly without the requirement of a professional and without complete knowledge for the businessman to do so. And also coming to the point of pre-existing system audits and the IC audits. Now, what happens is for any small company, there's no one does an IC audit. And as the rates are already dictated by us, we are already doing most of the judgment part of it when it comes to accounting. It becomes very easy for us to do enterprise accounting that is audited by Big Fours of the pre-existing software, wherein the auditors have to do less work for each individual company because already the systems have been audited.
And the way our team is structured is also we have CAs and developers working together. So that's the beauty of the entire solution coming together.
Awesome. And I'm assuming you are taking the entire data out through the current APIs. How?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So because we are just syncing, I mean, of course, it's a permission based. We particularly make sure we want the client's privacy to remain. So we ask them permissions for customer accounts or invoices and everything. Once we have all the permissions, we just import all the data and then perform the machine learning analysis and passing the required entries into the journal book as and when required.
One last question, Julie.
Yeah, the idea is super good. Great presentation. So definitely creating a lot of engagement. Just last question, and then I'll leave it to rest of the jury members to ask. How real time is the data that you are getting? Is there a frequency you have set up to import the data?
So what happens here is that because a lot of small businesses make mistakes in entry passing and entries, we don't. When we talk about real time, it's not that as soon as the entry is passed, the data is passed on to the investor. We do it on a day-to-day basis. That is, on the start of every business day, the data of the last day is imported because there is certain amount of flexibility that the businesses also require, especially when it comes to small businesses. Now, suppose I do a sales transaction. I'll give you an example why real time will be an issue. Suppose a company does a sales transaction of 100 rupees, and by mistake, the accountant adds an extra zero, which is 1,000. And what would this essentially mean is that the entire context and the entire matrix will get disturbed for a minute, and the investor will get a notification for that, and the investor will have a wrong view. So that's why, to avoid all those, what we want to do is only one time the upload of the data at every day start. And the frequency can be adjusted by the business itself. So if they want weekly, they can do weekly, daily, they can do daily. But real time is not an option right now, only on day-to-day basis.
And this is for the audit view and publication view, and for the customer data training. So this can be as and when we get a good enough difference. So we use Quickbooks thing to figure out how much of a change has been there, and we have decided a batch size. Based on batch, we trigger the retraining of the models and things like that. So we have used the CDC API. We can use the CDC API.
Thank you, team.
Yeah.
We'll move to the next team now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jury, please share scores for them.
Yeah.
And I'd like to invite the next team, Team Blitz Killers. Gokul Raj, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, please start sharing your screen. Jury, are we done with the scores?
Yes, we are done.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead, Gokul.
Can you able to see my screen as well as me?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Shall we start?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much for everybody time and for a wonderful opportunity to work on the problem statement. So before I quickly start off the question, just a show of hand, how many people actually give up your business data with somebody you find in somebody online?
Gokul Raj, please turn on your video.
Sorry?
Please turn on your video. We're not able to see you.
Okay, 1 second. Can you able to see me now?
Yes.
Can you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So just, what we understood on the business statement and the problem statement, what we took here is actually connecting exports through remotely in an online platform, right? And according to Forbes, nearly 90% of small business fail due to improper finance planning and fail to market in online. But there is a one more thing is also in the big end is actually the people who is actually doing a business, the person who is actually take care of business, the proper communication as well as they're not understanding the numbers. So that is a problem we like to solve here. So these are the problem like there's no instant and vernacular support and can't able to find in a domain experts and they have a trust issue something through online and lack of pricing awareness. So how we actually solving it? So we built in a mobile app. It's called a Findy. It's a one-stop solution for the seamless and real-time secured way that connects experts remotely and able to suggest experts based on your business domain and give a vernacular support for new Bharat users in market. Because in India is actually planning for a 730 million new internet users. In that 75% people are actually vernacular users. So this is a market we are trying to target here is our target audience is an SME users. For example, even during the COVID time, there was a business actually, a lot of business has been went down, but majority of the food business has been the domestic, food business has been running across, we can observe by, pointing out Swiggy and Zomato was running around in the city, right? So it means to say the restaurants, the food industry was running. So we are actually targeting these kind of people in the market to make them actually to get on the platform. So our platform is actually provide a vernacular support to them and they can able to remotely choose based upon the language, based upon the experience level. And nearly, if you look at the small business rate, 105 million going to be in the 2024, and 29% of small business market is ready to go in the online in the very after 2020. So if you look at the accounting and legal digital marketing, it's in $1 billion marketing. So what is the model we have? So basically, we have a commission-based revenue streams based upon the call the book. We'll get a paid from the freelancers as well as from the actual person who is booking and pay per usage and profile featuring for the premium services once it feature the profile in our app. And the cohort learning base of someone actually says that still the market, if you look at the Intuit actually acquired a pretty decent customers, but a lot of people prefer to stick with Tally. So here we want to actually change the flow. We actually giving opportunity to the college goers or the CAs who can learn a QuickBook with us and able to feature a profile inside a platform. So the go-to-market strategy is starting with freemium to premium service and subscription-based service and services package based on business domain. For some example, somebody wants accounting, they want to move to digital also, we can able to give a package model services. And somebody is doing a referral benefit, they will be able to get a benefit through in our app. So let's quickly go to the demo. So this is a team actually. So I just am able to see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a called Findy app. So the moment you click on the Find Expert, so you can see that connect with QuickBooks. It's actually connecting with the API.
Can't see your screen now. Can't see your screen now.
Can you see here now?
No.
No, we are not able to see your screen.
Not yet.
One second. Can you able to see now?
No, Gokul.
One second. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
Last 30 seconds for you. Please
sure. Okay. So that is Findy app. I clicked on it. The moment I get into it, you can see a Find Expert. I click on it. I can connect with QuickBooks. So you can see the welcome to Sandbox Company IN2. We just made a little mock data because we didn't handle any real-time data. So the Sandbox is a company profile. Let's find an expert. So I want an accountant who speaks Hindi. And you can see Abhishek, Baswaraj, and Bhav Apurva. So I'm just quickly going to click on it and book. The moment you click on it, you can able to do actually comfortably what dates you're comfortable and schedule the call. The appointment will get scheduled. You will get notified accordingly. And you can see all your schedules and documents and support over in this column. And the moment you click on it, and you can do a logout and you can come back. So actually, this is, if you look at it, all this information actually featured here like Apurva, Baswaraj, this is actually a backend platform. We actually get up profiles through like in our other side of app that people can upload all their information over here. So through that, we can able to screen and bring the profiles to the customers based upon the domain as well as the account information like an experience level as well as the language they speak across.
Thank you, Gokul. Your time is up.
Yeah.
Jury, any questions for him?
Yeah, this is Gaurav here. Hi, Gokul. So one question, sourcing of experts. How are you going about that, getting experts on the platform?
Okay, so we actually are doing two things. One is actually first connecting with the experts who is in QuickBooks in the market first. We actually boarding them. Secondly, and we are talking with QuickBooks and HubSpot to make them actually in a training, because for example, one of the financial institute in Bangalore, they want to actually get a train all the QuickBooks expert. So they can able to apply here. We do a cohort learning basis. For example, the expert will train the next 10 users in that QuickBooks. They will onboard in the platform. So excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, it was connected to my mobile. So that's how we are actually doing it.
Got it. Okay.
Any other questions, Viri?
How do you plan to go to market with this whole product?
Okay, the first model is freemium service. For example, imagine I'm just going and pitch to small SMB customers like restaurants and those guys. I'm just going to give a first 30 minutes actually free. And for example, saying that, imagine Magna, okay? Magna Food, we know it's actually owned by a Telugu person. I just go and say, so we have an expert in a platform who speaks Telugu and able to actually look at your financial data without taking to their platform, looking in your window, we're going to suggest in a model. Would you like to give us spend a 30 minutes of time? So this is how it's going to be pitched across. The moment they're done with the 30 minutes, if they're impressed with it, they're going to book on a subscription basis. The concerned expert will be booked for in a recurrent way and able to do accounting and digital way and able to onboard customers in a seamless way. The main objective of the platform is actually the people actually not, I feel like, majority of customers not coming to a financial platform is, it looks so English. That's a problem because they're not understanding. That's the one thing. And second thing, if all this sponsor looks in Kannada, Tamil and Malayalam, the person who is also on the platform speak that language, it's pretty easy for them to keep it very transparent. So that's a problem we want to solve here.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Hey, Gokul, so do you plan to pay the experts as well? Or it'll be, what's the model of first your earning and the experts earning? And how do you basically facilitate that?
Okay. Your question is actually how you model of the back end of, like exports in your platform. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I actually ran a quick ad in my Instagram and stating that how do you find your account freelancers or legal freelancer, marketing freelancers? The majority of questions, the answers I got on Instagram is saying that connections. And a lot of people said LinkedIn, but it's not working effectively. So how do you actually find it? The moment they said is connection. So as I said to you, I just go and look at the experts. We literally scrap in people who actually expertise in that, who handle so much of experience. For example, the Baswaraj which you see there, we scrap this information from LinkedIn. Then we'll pitch to them. This is actually a freelance. It's not like you're full-time actually here. It's actually in a freelance base, like 30 minutes or 40 minutes per day you have to suggest them. That's the one thing is a benefit for them. And secondly, in a weekdays, you have to actually train a cohort learning. We have a bunch of people who are interested in the domain, who want to learn a QuickBooks. And we have to take a permission from QuickBooks to be an authorized partner and training them. Then we actually giving benefit to the people who is actually onboard a future customer of, future experts of QuickBooks.
No, sorry. My question was, how do you pay? Do you pay these experts as well? Like when Meghna?
No. After the call, we get paid because technically experts will pay for us on the profitability future in majority of recommendations.
Yeah. Okay. Probably I should take it offline.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can.
Hey, Gokul, this is Manish. Did you have a chance to reach out to, person like Baswaraj and help him connect with somebody and see if that actually works?
Actually, I didn't. What I did is actually I just tried with a local Mandiwala here. So because he have 4 stores here. He's actually handled with Excels only. So I asked, imagine something like this, and then would you like to? Because I technically asked him, okay, how these things are selling out. Why do you want to come to digital? He said, who will help me out to do this? Nobody have a time to do it. Who will help me out like this? Okay, imagine, listen, I speak Malayalam. If you want to talk to me, I can able to onboard a digital platform. Would you like to do something in your remote? Like your mobile phone, how you talk in WhatsApp? Do you like to do it? If somebody is doing it, I will do it. But what is the price? His question is how much you want me to pay. It depends upon how many hours you will actually, for example, per hour, 1,500 for the experts. Once it's done, he will connect with the packages what we have. So if you like to onboard a platform, sure, probably initially we can give a try. It's not actually I'm confirmed. Initially I give a try. As I said, at 30 minutes it's free for you. Yeah, if it's free, I'll talk and then we'll see like that. Because it's not like, because they're a little scared it comes to a platform like digital and everything. As I said, it's look very English to them. If they need something like, like something like a Facebook or something like that in that field, but we'll have a vernacular support to them. If I come on that language. Yeah.
We'll move to the next team now.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for everyone's time. I'm happy to take questions in offline. You can ping me in the chat.
Sure.
Thank you.
Could you please call them? Meanwhile, I'll invite the next team. The next team is Team Alpha Devs.
Hi, I hope I'm audible. Atul, could you please start sharing the screen?
One second, I think
Wait,
I need
just
to.
wait, Rohan.
Okay,
Are
okay.
you done with this course?
Yeah, one second, I need to.
Rohan, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Uh, and good morning to everyone as well. So we are Team Alpha Devs, and I'll just wait for my teammate to share his screen. Atul, let me just. So yes, share the screen. So basically, what we're planning to do is that we have already our own platform called Annadata that we are working on, that was made with in mind keeping that we need people to enable people to exchange food in an anonymity based manner. So let's say that I want food, and because of the pandemic and everything, there were a lot of issues regarding people not being able to afford stuff and get food. So we sort of made a platform where people can request for food, and if someone has surplus of food, they can just accept the request and the food is exchanged, and they can also have a monetary value attached to it. But with the COVID subsiding and everything getting back to normal, the platform, we still feel that the platform still has something more to offer. And even though that the crisis of people having to get food and stuff like that might have been solved, but food management still remains to be a very huge issue, and that is something that we hope to tackle uh, even further with our platform. Because if we can get people to donate food, and let's say that there are people not accepting it straight away because no one with a smartphone currently is in need of food, because they are already over the pandemic, and if they are, they can still use our app. So what is the next obvious step for us to sort of grow the platform and work towards it is introducing the thing called franchisee. So what we plan to do is that all these NGOs or any organization wanting to be a collection center for our food donation platform. So basically what happens is that uh, if we reach out to someone and we ask them that you have to collect the food and you have to distribute it amongst the poor now who actually need it, who don't have a smartphone but actually need it, so would you be willing to do that? And they might do that out of the goodwill, but after one time, in case they are not getting anything out of it, or if they're not getting any monetary support or any good technical support, they'll eventually back out. So that's where we decided to sort of use QuickBooks, in the sense that we plan to open up the revenue stream via the donations, as well as have a proper inventory management system in place, so that any organization coming on board with us for being a franchisee of Annadata and accepting food donations can use that platform to keep a catalog of everything that's incoming and distribute the food accordingly as well. And we as a central organization are able to keep track of everything that is happening, both on monetary as well as distribution basis. Atul, I would like you to explain our concept in more detail and go ahead with it.
Sure. So you just saw me creating a request as a consumer, and now if I want to donate food, I can go here, and in my locality, I can search for people who want food in, let's say, slot 2 for the day, and I can see the request details. So in case I accept this, I can type my address and tell them to appear at this place near a landmark which I want to where I want to donate food. So let's say now I connect with this particular person who requested for food, and I get a match. Now what I can do is uh, so now what I have done is that we had two people who connected with each other to share food. Now every person who comes onto this platform and demands for food will be considered as a consumer, and here on the QuickBook dashboard they will be registered as a consumer with the help of these APIs. Anything that they demand for will be considered as a product, and henceforth after the donation of the food is done, we can create invoices with the help of QuickBooks. So that's our whole plan, that this platform was made to share food, and in the recent upgrade we decided to add this feature of donating money uh, and requesting for food with the for the exchange of money, and we needed to keep a track
Atul, just
of.
to not to cut you off. So basically, what we are trying to do is that we are making it possible for anyone to onboard someone on the platform if they want to be a collection center for anything. And we are planning to make a well-documented API for all of this, and then make it public for anyone to use, even as a developer, so that he or she can also have a platform where they can onboard people. Like NGOs, we are specifically focusing it around NGOs because NGOs usually have a lot of connects in their own circle. But when it comes to collaborating with other people, there is not a way for them to easily get in touch with them. So based on our system, they'll be able to get on board much easily. Atul, just we can
30
end the
seconds.
presentation. Okay, we can end the presentation by showing the API documentation that we are maintaining, that we can go public with, that other developers can use as well. So Atul, can you just show that as well? And with that, we'll conclude our presentation.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, Atul, can you just quickly show the documentation as well?
I'm on the documentation.
The documentation is not visible, Atul.
Sorry, I should share my screen.
Okay, no issues. So currently we are in the process of completing this documentation that we want to go open source with, and using this not only via our own platform can we onboard organizations that can accept donations and have everything maintained via QuickBooks, all the transaction maintained via QuickBooks. We also plan to offer this to other developers and other organizations if they want to make a system where they want organizations to onboard on their own platform as well. That's our whole concept and idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, team. Jury, any questions for them?
So how do you find your stakeholders? Because I think one of the challenges in the not-for-profit sector is that most people are not even digitally connected, or people who run, let's say, collection centers are really doing it on the phone so far, because they haven't really figured out how to set up even their own apps or websites. So how do you go to market with a stakeholder like that?
So we are primarily from a background of computer science, and we realized that we needed someone with an experience in industry of digital marketing, as well as who has the connects for us to be for us to sort of get in touch with them. So we have actually partnered with a few people, and the mentor we partnered with Mr. Rohit Adwal, who's who's the director of mobile marketing agency Asia Pacific region, and we sort of under his mentorship and guidance are trying to reach out to people in India through his connects and get them on board to our platform, so that we can set up we have a starting point to work off with, and then based on that we can reach out to more and more people, because as soon as we have a more user friendly platform built, we can sort of get into touch with NGOs that the Keto is targeting NGOs and all, and it's setting up a way to funnel in revenue for them, but that is just monetary revenue. What about if they want to maintain an inventory for the food they are receiving and stuff like that? So that is sort of a thing that is still missing, and that is the next step in our implementation that we look forward to attempting via QuickBooks, and that is something that we are still struggling with a little, but we are trying to integrate it even now as well, because this hackathon sort of gave us an idea that QuickBooks can enable us to do that as well.
Any other questions, Yuri?
And Atul, excellent problem to take on. I think maybe the focus can be, I mean, is there any focus on managing food waste, especially from the restaurant sector, F&B sector?
Yep. So that is exactly what we wanted to transform this issue into, because when COVID started, we just wanted to make a food exchanging platform, to help the people in our locality. But now that we are finding out that everyone is sort of recovering from it and is already in the recovery phase, and now people are not facing much issues, because as you can see that if someone is capable of using a website or a smartphone to access our platform, he or she might have a stable internet, he or she might have the funds to get food for himself or herself. So the use case of our app has our web portal has become redundant in that aspect. So we decided to add some new features into it, and then we thought that what is the most pertinent issue still remaining besides of the scarcity of food that happened in the pandemic. So that was that food management still is a huge issue. So we sort of want to become the middleman that enables people to get on board, and not only because a lot of these times NGOs directly are in contact with restaurants. So if they want to get into contact with restaurants via our platform, that's well and good. But there's a lot of food management in our homes as well, and nowadays we sometimes give the food to the domestic help that comes to our house, or sometimes we just throw away the food. But through our platform, we want people to have more of a, not a wide area support, but a localized or a hyper localized food distribution system. So I can become a food collector for my society, I can become a nodal center for my society, I can accept the food and distribute it if I so want to. No one is forcing me to, but I can also take up that mantle if I have if I want to, or want to do that. And then there are these big NGOs that we want to get in touch with, so that we have an established platform. So there are two use cases: getting established NGOs as well as the existing customer base that is already donating and accepting food via our platform can still exist on it as an additional party to the platform.
Thank you, Rohan. We'll have to make a hard stop here.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, Sajas.
Jury, please share your scores. And we'll take a quick break. We'll resume in next 5 minutes. Mayank, you can start with your presentation. You're on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Hi guys, I am Mayank from the team directly.live, and with me I have my partner Harshit. First of all, thank you for giving us this opportunity. And let's start by understanding what we have built. So we have built a platform for subject matter experts like CAs, lawyers, and experienced professionals who want to connect, with whom people want to connect directly for advice. So we have created a platform through which they can do a one-on-one video call and get paid for it. So with our platform, what our expert gets is they can create a beautiful looking profile page within 2 or 3 minutes, and they can list down all their services, like what are the different services they can provide to help a user, and they can set price for them. And a customer can come and book a slot with them directly within 2 minutes, and he can get a video call with them. What we manage on the back end is we manage the calendar of the expert. We integrate their calendar with the Google Calendar and Apple Calendar, and we take payment from the customer, settle it directly in the accounts of the expert. Also, we take care of the video call feature as well. The expert don't have to use a separate video calling app, and we provide a built-in video calling software. And also, we have been creating different tools which will help them generate more revenues, like widget through which a customer can book directly from the expert's website without going to some other website. So how we charge is we have 3 different kind of plans. First plan is the starter plan, which is free for the expert, and we charge 10% fees on the booking amount. The other features are more premium features where we charge from the expert, but don't charge anything from the customer. So we have been working on this problem for the last 1.5 months, and we believe we are going to cater to a very large market with this problem. We estimate around 15 million users in India and US market alone, and with these many users, we can create a revenue of more than $1 billion. And also in terms of transaction of our platform, which is usually 10 times more than the since we charge 10% of our fees initially, so which is 10 times more than the revenue we generate. So we can easily generate more than 15 billion of transaction value, and that's what our market size is. And this size is continuously growing. So this market is continuously growing and will be growing in the future as well. So we are live. We have around more than 200 plus users with more than 600 calls booked already, and we have generated revenue of more than 20K. And our customers and experts both are loving our platform. We have been flooded with lots of messages from customers and from the experts who are using our platform. So let's look at how QuickBook and directly can be of great value for both of us. First thing is QuickBook can be integrated directly into our platform, which will help us in accounting and settling payment to the expert, because we take a payment from the customer and settle it into the expert's account after the video call. So this is one thing, but the main thing which we want to focus on is the integration of directly.live in QuickBook dashboard, and we believe this can be of a great value for them. So since the QuickBook users are in need of advice from consultants like CAs and lawyers, so what we can provide is we can create our APIs or create a separate landing page for QuickBook users and get that page integrated in the QuickBook dashboard. So from this dashboard only, QuickBook user can get a world-class advice from verified expert just from a click of a button through the QuickBook dashboard only. We have already tested, we have tried creating a separate community, which is directly.live/IITians, where we have listed down many IITians, and any college student can come to this page and discuss about college counseling or discuss about other tech related things. And we have received a very good response on this page. So similarly, we want to grow the QuickBook page as well. So what our go-to-market strategy is, we are already live. We have been talking with our customers. So till now, we have been onboarding customer one-on-one. We have been talking with each of the customer and getting their requirements, what are the main needs for them, and building our platform accordingly. But from now we want to scale our platform, so we need to have a more automated process where customer directly come to our platform. We don't have to invest much of the effort. So recently we are able to get listed on AppSumo. We have got approval from AppSumo and we will be listed on their platform soon. So we want to launch our platform on such communities where people are looking for tools, and are also communities like Product Hunts or Founder List, where we can get noticed very easily.
Last 30 seconds, man.
Sure. Also, like I suggested, the integration of directly in QuickBooks, we want to integrate our platform in other companies as well, where they can also get value from our system, and we can also get more customer from them. So finally, I want to share about our team. I am Mayank, and I'm the technical founder in the team. I'm the computer science undergraduate from IT Delhi. I'm currently in my final year. Previously, as intern at CRED, and since then I've been working on different platforms for students, for in terms of education and other places as well. And I would like my partner Harshit to please give a brief about him. Harshit, we are not able to hear you.
Hi, I am Harshit, and I graduated back in 2018. I started my startup Book My Painting in college days itself and clocked a revenue of more than 30 lakhs while still in college. So I have a decent experience in creating a network of artists and building community. And we have also grown a lot in the past two to 3 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anything?
Thank you, team. We'll move to the questions now. Judy, any questions for them?
Yeah, so I have a question. You're building a two-way marketplace where demand and supply constantly need to be balanced. And one of the critical drivers of success is retention, on both sides. So how do you plan to overcome that?
I'll answer that question for you. First of all, we are not building a marketplace. It's more like a tool. It is a SaaS tool that you can use. We are not giving discovery as of now. We are simply giving a framework where your calendar, payments, and video call all are managed at one place, and you can share your URL, let's say direct.live/Sairi, with your followers or your clients or anyone on your LinkedIn or emails anywhere, and the entire process of booking an appointment and taking payment, the awkwardness of taking payment, and the buying of Zoom subscription and all that is eliminated with our platform. That is single platform. Your URL is the main thing. We are not a marketplace yet. But in future, when we have, like say, 50,000 or 1 lakh experts on the platform, we can definitely turn into a marketplace as well. And at that time, I think that chicken and egg problem will be automatically be solved.
All right, thank you.
Hey team, I have a question. Who's your first set of experts, so to say, you're onboarding? I mean, can there be doctors that can use this, and are there your target audience, or is software is basically developed in such a way that it specifically solves for a certain category of experts?
So we have started with consultants. So they are basically the people who are already been approached for various advices, be it on business advice or tech advice or chartered accountants. So basically consultants in professional fields. These are among our starting 200 plus experts. And we want to double down on similar categories only right now, but we have also some fitness influencers, some doctors, and some legal advisors, all sorts of people we have, but we started with consultants.
So our platform is a generic platform, so anyone can come and create their profile. But right now we are targeting onboarding more consultants and in the professional domain.
Hey Harshit, can you talk a bit more about where exactly accounting and QuickBooks fits in the solution?
Yeah, sure. So see, when someone visits the page, let's say someone visits page of Blaze and he is willing to book a session with Blaze for how to do sales outreach. When he does the payment of the amount, one moment, I'll quickly show real. So the user pays a complete amount that is inclusive of the charge set by the experts as well as our charge. You can see here that the base price set by expert is 1800 and the platform price is 180 rupees. That is 10% that we mentioned, right? So here QuickBooks and accounting and all things come into place because this 2030 charge will have to be bifurcated appropriately between the expert and our team. And the GST will not be applicable on the entire amount, that will only be applicable on our revenue. So that's where proper automation of accounting and GST is very much needed.
Thank you, team. We'll move to the next team now. Jury, please share your scores for them. And the next team is dot question mark. Jury, are we done with the scores?
Hello, sir. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Okay, great. First of all, I would like to thank to Incubate India and Intuit for organizing such a great hackathon. And I would like to start with my topic. Basically, our problem statement is get customer. And when we are talking about get customer, so many of the small businesses, when we are talking about local vendors, they are working on a very wrong business model. They don't have enough data. They don't have enough data driven solution how they can acquire new customer, how they can make a new customers, and how the previous customers that they have, how they can generate the leads with them. So what we are giving, basically we are giving a Streamlit based dashboard. Basically what is Streamlit is a upcoming new technology where you can develop your dashboard, where you can analyze your data, where you can analyze what we how much profit you generated in the last 3 months, how much sales you have given, and you can we will show you our dashboard. We have generated 2 dashboards, one for the offline mode and one for the online mode. The offline dashboard that we have, you can, it's a very it's based on the it's completely based on the data analytics. Data science is applied on that particular dashboard, and it's a very great dashboard where you can see many many new features that we have implemented. Then basically we have made a mobile app. We have made a mobile app? We have made a mobile app for the small businesses. In this particular mobile app, this is a mobile app which is directly we have used the QuickBooks APIs in this particular. We have used the invoice API with our mobile app. What we are doing with mobile apps, basically we are focusing on local to vocal concept. It's a mobile app where it's consumer from various part of India, from various part you can order a particular goods from at sitting on your place. And I think when you are talking about ordering or online, doing an online transaction or order anything from online, then might be you all are thinking with like Amazon and all. Amazon is also doing same thing, and Flipkart is also doing same thing. But when we're talking about our problem solution, it's a this particular app is basically focusing on fast delivery systems. And in a particular app, any vendor from any any industry or any vendor can apply on our app and list their products. When he or when the vendor lists their products, so around your locality, they will get the order, they will fetch the order. We will integrate the UPI payment also. Okay, and then now we are providing the message facility so that they can get the message of their order instead of mail, because many of the when we are talking about rural areas, so many of the the
shopkeepers
many of the shopkeepers as well as the uh, consumer are not familiar with the mails and all. So we are using this. We are also providing a chatbot for the better experience and platform. Now talking about the quickbooks integration, what we are doing, that we are fetching the data from the quickbooks apis. Basically we have we are using the invoice api data. Let's take an example. We are fetching sales, pricing, discount, product name, category, and many of the details, so that we can analyze our data, and the shopkeeper, the shop owners, the industries, or the person who want to analyze their data, the person who want how we are generating the leads, what we are doing in this. So basically we are obtaining the data from that particular api. Then we are talking about the in our offline dashboard also, we have used that particular data only. And basically the main problem we are focusing on is the if a great data, if you get a great data, if you analyze a great data, and if you have a vision that in last month I have let's take an example of a ration shop. If I am a ration shop and I sell 100 kg of rice and 200 kg of sugar on a previous month. So what I will focus on, that this month also I will I will increase increase the quality of sugar. I will I will increase the you know the segments of sugar. Suppose I am having a sugar of let's take an example of 40 rupees. So this week I'm having sugar of 38 rupees, also 45 rupees also. I will deal with some of the brands to cross over this. Then performance that dashboard, we have making a very good performance dashboard. Now I would like, I will show you then what our target market
Last
is.
30 seconds, Sarthak.
Okay, great, sir. Then I directly want to show my dashboard. So Shom, can you present your dashboard? I will stop sharing my screen. Okay. Shom, can you present your dashboard?
Okay. Hello everyone. This is Shubham, and I'll be just showing you my dashboard. Okay. Let me share the screen. I hope it is visible, right, Sarthak?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so actually we are focusing on the data-driven decisions and the data-driven solutions, because if you see a big company and a small company, so what is the means the major difference is like the C-level executives, like the CEO, CMO, CFO, and everything. They have the department, and also there is a financial department. There is also management department. So they are the ones responsible to create a good business model. But if you go for a halwai or store, or maybe a kirana store, all the CEO, CXO, CMO is the only one person, and all the financial department and the management department is the person, and maybe his brothers or maybe some family members. That's it, only that. Okay, so what we are focusing here is like to give them some good insights based on this data-driven solution, some good data analytics, so that they can make the decisions better. So here we are with our two solutions. One is our Excel dashboards that will be providing as a service. So here is a overview dashboard. So in the overview dashboard, you can see the sales profit trend. You can see the profit margin and the sales like profit discount percentage. We have the slices also. Like the people can also use, like for example, if they want to see a particular category, like for example the furniture. So they can click on the particular categories, and that particular category data only will be shown. Like for furniture, the profit margin on average is only 3%. If they want to see a particular year data, like for example the year of 2019, so the in year of 2019 the furniture has the particular profit margin of 5%. Now coming to the sales and profit dashboard, so it is kind of a more focused dashboard only on sales and profit. So here is the sales dashboard with sales by region, sales by profit, and all the slices are there. Accordingly, we can also add more slices based on the data we are given from the customers, which we are focusing on the kirana stores and the small and medium businesses. So here is the sales data, and based on the region and the category sales, we can obviously use our promotion model in a better way. Now, similarly,
Thank
there
you,
is the
team.
profit
The
as well.
time is up.
Okay, sir, can I take just 15 seconds more to show my Streamlit? Just 15 seconds.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I think it is visible. So here is our Streamlit application. So it will be our product, and that Excel will be our service based. So in the Streamlit application, like Sarthak was saying, it is a quite new technology. And this is a data set that we can view the data that we are getting. So let's skip that and go to the profit sales profit trend. So here we have the sales profit trend averaged in all the years. We can choose the years. It is similar to that particular Excel dashboard, but it will be kind of hosted and it will be live. And here we can also choose like the profit margin, sales profit discount, and we can go for like the category analysis or the region wise analysis also. Like we can choose maybe go for profit, and we'll have that particular graph showing us the profit, and we can also choose particular technologies, like we can choose multiple fields also. So yes, this is our dashboards, and yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions, Yuri?
Just a quick question. Is it in the early stage of the prototype, or is it in the hands of the customer?
So, ma'am, basically we are, in the early stage, we are developing the prototype for this particular hackathon.
We have also made a mobile app for this.
We have also made a mobile app. We are working on the mobile app for the local to vocal vendors. Yes. So that's why we have gone through this hackathon, and we have made a prototype which is quite efficient for this. Recently also we have made work on various data science and data analytics projects and data analytics startups, and we also work with many data analytics startups. So we have a quite good interest in this particular sector. So we are with you, I think with Intuit and with QuickBooks, we want to integrate this particular technology and want to implement this.
Got it. Any early customer feedback you've received on the line of thought on the idea?
Okay, ma'am. Basically, we this 2 days back we have a paint shop in our locality, and we have a paint shop in our locality. We try to fetch some data from him and analyze the his particular profit margin and analyze the particular set of data. Then it is pretty much interesting that he sell paints and chemicals and all, but the profit that he is gaining is from tarpaulin oil. It's a oil, tarpaulin oil, which is used in the dilution of paint. So we have analyzed the data. We have initially piloted a small pilot, we can say that.
Yeah, and Sarthak, I just want to add something. Like recently, we have also visited a local electronic store in my locality, and we have shown him this kind of dashboard. But before that, actually, when I visited that store from my laptop repair, so at that time, actually, the Amazon sales and the Flipkart sales was going on. So that seller told me that he was discussing something, and he told me that also like their sales are going down at that point of time. And then I asked like what kind of strategy that he has. So he just told me few of the strategies that they implement in their daily lives. So what
I think showing you are not out.
providing like how you can make your sales and the profits better. Like in our Excel dashboard, like we are also providing the analysis of a year of the data of a particular year, and also we are providing like how you can better your sales. So just can I share my screen just for a moment?
You'll have to be quick, guys.
Yeah, just a second. So here is the dashboard, and this idea actually came from that particular store. Like I have prepared the data analysis of that particular data, and this kind of also service we are providing. Like we are providing the what if analysis for 25% of increased sales. We are focusing on the what if analysis mostly on the goal seek of this Excel, and also it can be implemented in analytics. So this is the basic thing, and also what we are also planning to do is like the strategies have been told by that particular store. We are also trying to get all the strategies at the one place. So those people who are actually starting, maybe that electronic store was means started like many years back, but those people who are coming into play right now, they can also use their strategies. So we are also coming up to implement all the strategies we are getting and just putting it all together so we can make everyone's decision better, the newcomers and also the older ones.
Thank you, team. We'll move to the next team now.
Thank you very much.
Yuri, please share your scores for them.
Done.
We'll move to the next team now. I would just like to inform all the jury members, the next two teams are the student-led startups. So I'd like to call the next team the miners.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning to one and all present here. So today, Sanjana, Nishchal, and myself, Navya, students from RV College of Engineering, are going to present our idea for the topic Access Advice. A big business starts small. So we are here today to provide a solution to all the small businesses out there. The infrastructure, management, and guidance are like few aspects that might be neglected in the initial stages, which might eventually cause a disaster. So we provide a solution which basically focuses on giving guidance to the potential businesses which might need some advice at any point of their growth. So the workflow goes like this. Yeah. So the startups can initially register themselves by giving a few details, after which a mentor will be assigned, and then the startup can book an appointment with that particular mentor for interaction. There's also availability of general discussion forums, and we have made a provision for training videos and podcasts as well. The startup can at any time contact the mentor via remote connection, that is WhatsApp or even a video conferencing. There's also a user-friendly chatbot assistant, and exchange of documentations can be done via mail or database with some encryption provided. Finally, there's a payment gateway so that the startups can pay the mentors for the services offered. And then coming to the mentor workflow, the mentor registers themselves, and then when a startup books an appointment, the appointment is generated to the mentor as well. And there's remote connectivity available and the exchange of documents as usual. So coming to the basic idea, um, the application helps startups mostly in the early stages, starting from idea validation to funding and even acquiring customers. Also, the mentor is assigned based on the description that the startup has provided and the domain to which the startup actually belongs. There are few other features like providing chatbot, training videos and podcasts, video conferencing, etc., which makes the UI more simple and interactive. And this is the tech stack that we would be using. Further, Sanjana will be explaining all the features in detail.
So, starting with the first feature, looking for an expert. So, to avoid manual search, we plan to use natural language processing to provide a set of recommendations to the user. So, the business domain is decided by the short description that the user should fill in. Next slide. So the Google's natural language API will classify the text into a particular domain, and this is an easy to use interface to a set of powerful NLP model, which is pre-trained by Google to perform various tasks. A content-based recommendation algorithm will be used, which relies on user information along with user item interaction, if any, in the past. So popular algorithms like user-centered linear regression can be used. So to book an appointment, we can use Google Calendar APIs, which can use to schedule meetings and provide reminders and notifications. Next slide. So for remote connection, we plan to use WhatsApp, which can be easily integrated with Python, Selenium, and HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And we'll be using Twilio for video conferencing, which can be integrated with Python. So the workflow goes like this. So the user will get a set of recommendations of mentors, which they can choose, and they can also choose manually search for mentors as well. And followed by that, they can contact the mentor on a personal level using WhatsApp and video conferencing. So the documents can be exchanged using Google Drive API, which can create a shareable link and create certain restrictions on access. And PyPDF library provides encryption for PDFs. Next slide. So training videos and podcasts and discussion forums will be provided, which are easily implementable using Python, Flask, and Django. And a chatbot provided, which helps resolve various FAQs and which is used for self-help. So the IBM Watson Assistant feature will be used for the same.
Okay, now coming to the QuickBooks integration part. So QuickBooks, mainly we have used two main APIs, that is the QuickBook Online API and the Payment API. Both the APIs, the validation occurs through OAuth 2.0 authorization. So the developers will get a set of access tokens, and only through those access tokens they can make API calls. Next slide. So coming to the subscription and payment. So QuickBooks Online API provides the item object. Item here refers to the service we are providing. So it is the consultation service in our case. So it has features like consulting hours, professional fees, etc. So each service is represented by the item object. Then we have the customer object, which can represent the customers which are taking part here. In our case, it is the startups. So they'll have features like account information, their startup name, description, etc. So anytime a registration happens for a startup, a customer object is created, and we can use the same object in the login while logging in the startups. Then we have the payment object, which is through the QuickBooks Payment API, which has features like customer reference number, currency reference, the total amount. So this basically helps mediate the payment between the mentor and the startup for any
Last 30
access
seconds.
records. Yeah. Then we have the bill object, which generates the bill, which can be sent through mail. Analysis can be done through domain-wise performance, department APIs, and we can analyze which department or which service is performing better. So we have different technical domains like AI or management types. So we can analyze which department is functioning better. Next slide. Yeah, so notifications can be given through the webhooks API, which is also provided by QuickBooks. So the market we are targeting is the startups. So we have seen that there is a significant growth from 2014 to 2020 that almost this number of startups has been doubled. So, but one thing they lack is the gap between the mentors and the startups. So we provide to build an application which acts as a bridge between these two, and thus it addresses a lot of concerns in the startup area. So coming to the scaling, we plan to release the beta version of our application within the first 6 months, and we contact mentors and ask them to register a minimum number of mentor profiles. And we collect their feedbacks, collect the feedbacks from the startups as well, and then we do the necessary changes. And within 1 year, we'll plan to scale the full application. The marketing strategy which we plan to use is mainly through marketing our rich user experience and our NLP backend. So we believe that through word of mouth among the startups, our application gets advertised. We are not relying on paid advertisements for now. And we also plan to use social media platforms like LinkedIn and Instagram, where we can post our application services. And many entrepreneurs and startups are active in these platforms, so they can get information about our application. Yeah, this brings end to our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Any questions, Jury?
Hi, team. What are you calling your platform? I mean, have you named it yet?
Not yet, sir. It's just in the ideation stage, so we have not yet thought of naming it.
Hey team, did you reach out to any mentors who would like to use such platforms and would like to earn money, sort of a thing that you're trying to achieve with this? Have you interviewed few of these mentors that startups want to connect with?
So like that wasn't done, but to start with, like to get an idea about our application, we actually reached out to people who actually wanted access to mentors. So
Yeah. So basically,
I'm sorry. Yeah. So we actually reached out to people who are actually looking for mentors. So what they suggested us was you can add in an extra feature of automatically creating recommendations, because most websites actually provide manual searching, and you need to put in filters to look in for the kind of domain you're looking for, etc. So that is where we actually reached out to people to get opinions about the application.
Yeah, no, this is, I mean, my suggestion would be first try to do this offline and don't get into building the tech platform, and see how the process works so that you get some learning around it and then convert it into the tech solution.
yeah, actually, we also spoke to some of the startups in the incubation centers in our college. So even they were like, they lacked the professional mentoring. So they relied on the lecturers present in our college. So there was a gap between them and the industrial experts. So yeah, that was say the starting inspiration for us to go ahead.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, Julie?
This
Okay, we'll move to.
this is
Oh, yeah, Manish.
sorry, one question. So just building on the last question, right? I think maybe one other way to ask is there a way you can validate your idea in next 2 weeks? How would you? Is there a way you can do that? Like, what's the crux of the problem you're solving? Is there a way? Looks like you have access to a few people who have the pain point and would like to connect to the other side. So have you thought about a way to quickly validate with them?
So, sir, we can start with our own professional network, people we know through LinkedIn. We can ask them to try out our website, like students, final year students, and we can ask them to check out and mentor first year students, second year students in their projects. So I think that would be a way to go about for us.
Nice.
Reaching out to people.
Okay, great. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, team. We'll move to the next team now. I request all the jury members, please share your scores. And the last team for the day, Team Alpha Battlers.
Hi everyone, I'm Preeti and I am presenting here on behalf of my team Alpha Battlers, and we
Just
are
a second.
from.
Just a second. Julie, are we done with the scores?
Yeah.
Team, please turn on your video and you can start share your presentation.
Thank you. So, hi everyone. So, I'm presenting here on behalf of Alpha Battlers, and we are from Maharaja Agreshan University, Himachal Pradesh, and the idea on which we are working is chatbot, which we have named as BOMP, BOMP, and it stands for Business Operation Management Process. And the main purpose of our project is to interact with the people who are actually going for the startups, who wants to start after as a freshers, and who are already in the process of starting but in the first and second year of their startups. And we all know that they are the crucial years for any startups. So the topic on which we are working are assess advice. So we all know that when we are starting a business, we all need advice, and we are taking an example for ourselves that when we decided to create a product to work on a chatbot, the first thing is that how we should start, how we should take advice from people, and for that we need to talk to other people, to more than 2 or 3 experts, and for that we have to search in different platforms that how we should start. And we have no access for them. We have search on LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever we can. And so that we have decided that the problem which we have faced while promoting or while creating a product, the people who are actually going for the startups, they should know, they should not face the same problem which we are facing. That's why we decided to work on this particular topic, that is chatbot bomb, so that they can assess the advice from this platform. What we are planning that we have one second, what we are planning to provide them a chatbot, a platform which we are going to integrate with different social platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram, Skype, so that they can assess advice. We are going to have different advisors, the different people, the known personalities on that particular platform from the various categories, and the user who want to seek advice, they can go there and give their comments or leave their message there, so that the advisor, the helper who will view that message, they can provide their help to them. And moreover, this is a platform where when someone wants to have a very official or legal help, when they need a legal help, they can go there and have a legal help, that we will provide them the users, the advisors from a legal department also, so they so that if there is any situation while startups, that in case they are actually working on their startups, and they stuck at some legal points and they don't know that how should they go further, so they can seek advice from that professionals, and they are not required to go somewhere else to seek help and to go there here and there for the legal advisors, the advocates and all. They can simply contact to this particular platform, and we will provide them the help regarding the advisors so that they can directly contact with them. So it is a simple use case which we have worked on. So the user can go to the chatbot, and then they can check there the data analysis report, and we have provided them the DigiLocker and the how they can pay if they want a legal advice. So because we all know that in case of legal advices, there is a fixed payment for the lawyers or the advocates from whom they want to seek advice, but it's a case on the advanced level, not on the basic. So it's a case on the second or third level. We are not talking about it for now. And now what we have used as QuickBooks, uh, QuickBooks we have used for the integration for the invoices. That is that first of all, we are thinking that how we should use a platform that from where one can pay to the advocate, and all the payment things that but we how they can manage, and we need a particular database for that. And for that we use this QuickBooks function, and QuickBooks actually help us to manage the finance and to generate an invoice. And now we are not in a need to create a separate database for particular product, and we can simply integrate with it. We are still in processing for integration of the QuickBooks. And for other uses we have one second. And the other things that we have used QuickBooks for the data analysis, that is that in case any startup user who are going to build any startups, they want to share their reports. So we were working on the DigiLocker so that they can privately share their reports, and there will be no other I can say the data
Last
thieving.
30 seconds, Preeti.
Okay, so to avoid that data thieving, we are providing the DigiLocker for the privacy, and all their data will be stored there, so that time to time we can generate a data analysis report for them, so that they can view that how much they are going and what will be there next for them. So the future scope for our product is that we want to provide this service offline, in a offline mode, and to more and more people. And for the go to market strategies, we are using that we are planning to integrate our chatbot with more and more social platforms, so that it can be reached to more and more people, and the cost of this product will be reduced by for them. Thank you, and this is all what I want to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, team. Jury, any questions? I guess there are no questions from the jury.
Thanks so much, Preeti. All the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, all the teams. Anamika, over to you now.
Thank you very much. It was great listening to all the ideas and all the solutions that the participants have come up with. I would now request the jury members to join the breakout room for a brief discussion.
Anamika, will you be putting us into the Zoom rooms, or do we need to drop off and?
Yeah, just a second. Kaushik is there? Asghar? There has to be a breakout room option here.
Done. It's been done.
Yeah.
You will see a pop-up on your screen.
Yeah.
Saurabh, are you speaking? We're not able to hear you.
Yeah, it's not coming from me, Archana.
Just wait for 1 minute.
Thank you.
Intuit team, if one of you would like to join, please join the breakout room. We could also be here networking with the startups.
So everybody has left for the breakout rooms, right? In the meantime, would any team like to share the experience with us? How they felt and all the emotions and the hard work, or how was it preparing for this and how preparing for your idea even? And what made you think of the ideas that you've done? Anything that you would like to share? Grab some water, take deep breath. Your result has been calculated. Does anyone want to take a guess of who's going to be the winner?
It's not. But I would really like to hear your thoughts and your experience for the entire, anyone they want to share. It'll be great actually. I guess someone is just waiting to start. What about the student startups? Would you want to try, Anamika? I think we'll have to call out the names in case we want them to share. Are you there, Anamika?
Yeah, I was on.
We can actually start with the student startups if they just want to share a few words.
The minors, right?
Yeah, the minors. That's right.
Yes, we can start with them.
Guys, any words, any thoughts about the entire minors?
Navya and Nishchal. Yeah. Yes,
yeah, it was actually a very interesting journey. This is our first professional hackathon. I mean, we were taking part in normal hackathons wherein students would meet and we would do within a day or two, and it was too informal. But this is even the problem statements. Everything is a bit startup level, high level for us. So we had to brainstorm a lot, and even we had to gain a lot of advice from our professors in order how we could model our solution. Yeah, but due to college schedules and stuff, we couldn't really build a proper working prototype. But we had a good learning experience. We explored the QuickBooks API part, and we learned different API options they are giving us. And yeah, so this was our example.
That's great.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So would Navya want to say something, contribute to it?
Like initially looking at the solutions provided by all the first few teams, we actually got few insights like, okay, this is how we're supposed to be working probably in the future. And it just gave us a little more motivation to build our solution like in a more innovative way and like get more ideas. So I think the experience of the learning was like really great.
How was your experience working with Intuit?
It was great. Like we didn't know something like QuickBooks actually existed until the hackathon. So we had to like look at it from scratch, know what it is and what are the features and how we can use it in our idea. And as Nishchal told, like the problem statement itself took a while for us to figure out how we can go about it and stuff. It was good. Like we had so much interaction among ourselves and we spent quite a lot of time and it was fun working with it.
Great, that's great to know.
Right. Preeti?
Okay.
How was your experience, Preeti?
It was great, ma'am. I mean that we have worked on projects, but it's a new platform for us. And in case of startups, we have never decided to work on startups. We are really new for this field, and as we are still students, so getting an opportunity on such a big platform is really an awesome thing for us. So it's a amazing platform and amazing experience.
Wonderful. So there's a little request. Please switch on your videos. Yeah. Now I would like to invite Chidru, Team Fractal. Let's switch on our cameras. Come on.
Yeah, I mean the pressure is off now. Let's just relax. Please switch on the camera. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi Anju, hi Anamika. I think firstly I like to congratulate you guys for organizing it so well. and for everything being so timely. Secondly, I think it was a very good learning experience and a very good platform for all of us to understand what the others in the same industry think of the entire provision in the market. And also it was a great experience to interact with others and work as a team for using the QuickBooks API to do something bigger and better. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gokul Raj, would you like to say something? Yeah.
First of all, thank you so much for everybody. It was like a very interesting product statement, what we took it. And this hackathon has made us to went to the ground and talk to the people, finance, right? The people from engineering background, finance, we understand only ones and zeros, not this. Yeah, it's little, GST, 18%, 9%, it was little scary. It's a matter of calculator stuff and all these things. Then we just took it and then let's go and try to, listen from the customers and want to get in their shoes and understand. It is really an interesting space to look over, and then even though the way of India is going towards and digital, the next Bharat users, I think these kind of platforms or products need to be like promoted towards those kind of things. That's the reason we took on work on it, but we really enjoyed it. We slept around, I think 2:30 a.m. we slept, but yeah, it's okay. It's a good part.
So that's nice. So how was it, the whole experience? Would you like to say something to Intuit about it?
Intuit is actually, I think it's my third or fourth hackathon with them. My favorite hackathon with them, like Microsoft hackathon. I think, folks from Bangalore know about this. It was very good fun with them. And, it's more like we are a serial hackers. And actually, going here, which is very interesting. The reason I was getting into this actually because of Intuit. And a lot of my friends are working over there, so just want to understand what my guys are doing there. So just want to look at the product outside. So it's really very interesting product, and Intuit is doing fantastic. You're always rocking, man. So you don't need to actually say like that. It's like complimenting a friend, I feel. It's very good overall. Thanks a lot.
That's great. Actually, I'm glad that this is not your first experience with us. Any feedbacks for us? Do you want to add something for how we can?
Thank you so much for that. So what I felt is actually, I think the mentorship should be like more preferred on a one-to-one way rather than just, I think Rajesh Gupta, Archana was doing a fantabulous way because for example, 100 people on the Slack and these 2 people are managing, trying to answer all the queries. But what I felt is actually, a lot of people, a lot of friends are actually in a different time zones we work. If we can also able to support somebody from 9 a.m. to 6 and 7 to 6, someone else is doing it, that really work for everybody to do it, because 9 to 6 somebody have an office and they have to come back and work that time. A lot of people won't available at your end also. So if we can able to manage that channel, it will be really work we can able to do it. Even somebody is ping around 6:30 or 11 in somewhere, there's a API issue, I was looked at it, dude, see everybody's working. But yeah, okay. So this is my kind of, it's not a feedback, a small suggestion from my end stating that somewhere supporting this kind of channels and time zones, it will be great. But what so far is done is fantastic. Even with the remote and everything, wow, you guys killed it.
Thank you, Gokul Raj. Thank you so much. We'll definitely take that into consideration. So thank you so much for that. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Mayank, would you like to add something?
Yeah, sure.
Share your experience.
It was a good experience for me. Yeah, I usually don't participate in hackathons much, but this problem statement, I really like the problem statement. Also, how it is being organized. Also, connecting with so talented individuals is great for me. I guess building this connection is really helpful for future growth. So, thank you, Incubate, for organizing this hackathon so nicely. It's been a great experience for me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ritvik is... Okay, is he a part of our team?
Yeah. I mean, if there's no Ritvik, yeah, he would. But Ritvik, if you want to share something, go ahead.
Why not? I mean, it's like you play that, rotate the bottle game. So,
oh yeah,
sorry, you are on the table now.
Yeah. So I've been including the whole Codeathon since like, it has been a great journey, of course. Uh, doubts in the field, just solving what it uh,
I think we lost him, right?
Yeah, I think his network is pretty bad, is what I heard. But why don't we move to the next team?
Harshit. Yeah. Harshit?
It was a very great experience, like the brainstorming and the entire process. I've actually attended one of the previous hackathons of Intuit. That was in Gurgaon. I really liked the real-time experience collaborating with other people. I was a bit dicey how exactly will remote hackathon work. Will that be that good or not? But ultimately, it has been better than my expectations as remote thing. I'm already a fan of your offline hackathons.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I think we're all back, right? Okay, there is Sarthak. Sarthak, yeah. I've missed out on him. Sarthak? I think he's muted himself. He's resting for a minute. Anything that you would like to add, Anju, about Intuit, maybe?
Frankly, I was really surprised by the number of turn-ups and the ideas presented. Kudos to everyone who has done a fantabulous job. And very frankly, for me, right now, there's no winners and losers here. I think all of you did a very good job. So, yeah, all the best to all of you.
All right. I was on mute. I'm so sorry. So, welcome back, everyone. Now, I would like to invite our jury panel to say a few words and share their impressions with us. I would first like to invite Saidi Charles, CEO and founder of Shirus.
All right. So I had a fun morning. I think watching companies getting seeded and ideas being shaped up is always the funnest thing to do. And obviously, we saw a lot of talent. We saw a lot of amazing ideas, and we also saw a lot of competitive energy. I totally enjoyed seeing every single one of them. And I think what is the most uh, profound takeaway for me is just how our ecosystem is developing so fast. I think there was a time when building companies was a job in isolation, and I think the more and more we move to the world we are moving to, I think on day one we're thinking about ecosystem, we're thinking about integrations, we're thinking about partnerships. So yeah, I think we live in exciting times for sure, and of course, I guess the whole the whole trend of collaborations and products built on collaborations is super exciting. And I think obviously we had a very nicely defined space, which was great because sometimes one tends to go all over and one sees very broad ideas. So I like the fact that we had a direction, and obviously I think SME digitization as a trend, working with small and medium business owners. These are all India first trends, and I think next 2-3 years we'll see real change in India, and I guess some of the startups that we saw today might be out there fighting it out for market share. So super exciting, and thank you for having me here today.
Thank you, Sari. Now I would like to invite Gaurav Ranjan, Vice President, Prime Venture Partners.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I had a great time here since the morning and some brilliant startup pitches, some really good ideas. One good thing, which Sari also mentioned, was most of the startups that we saw here were working on the SME digitization piece, right? And that is one broad trend that we have seen in the last couple of years, right? It's a pretty large market, but at the same time, a difficult one to crack. And that is where a partnership with somebody like Intuit would help you in your product development, in your go-to-market. So a really good platform that way for you. A couple of pointers for the startups here, right? I mean, make sure when you're building the product early, right? Two things, right? One, try to go after a large market. Because the amount of effort that you will be putting in to build a small company or a large company will be same, right? So why not build something large where the price for winning is much higher for the same amount of effort? So that's the first thing. And the second thing, which is even more important, is when you're building products at early days, it is very good and at the same time very important to be close to your customers, right? So talk to your customers as much as possible when you're building your product, building your MVP, right? Have a close group of customers whom you can talk to regularly to get their feedback on the product. Because a lot of times what happens is whatever we're building is clouded by our own judgment of the problem that the customer is facing, which may be very different from the actual problem that the customer is having, right? So it's always good to be closer to the customer, and more so in the 0 to 1 journey, which most of you are in right now. So that's all from my end. Again, thanks for having us here. It was a great session.
Thank you, Gaurav. I would invite Saurabh Saxena, Vice President, Product Development, Intuit now.
Hey, team. So first of all, I think watching hackathon is always very inspiring. I always go back to my early college days. Lack of infrastructure, no idea. But when you see this trend of having such a deep understanding on where the ecosystem is heading, a lot of things that you guys talked about are actually Intuit's strategy right now. We have a strategy around expert-driven AI platform. We are talking about how human expertise combined with AI platforms can make difference in next 10 years. So first thing is that I totally loved on how you guys are thinking about the problem and the solution. And at Intuit itself, even today, for every single time that we do, the first thing we want to make sure that we always understand the custom problem first. Over here, we talk about don't fall in love with the solutions, but understand the problem first. So I love what Gaurav said, that keep talking to a lot of customers. Even over here, when we do any initiative, the first thing that we do is to keep talking to our customers till we are very, very clear on the problem statement. I think the other thing I would like to call out is the unconstrained thinking. Um, we talked about the access part and how that there is a need in future to get more confidence by connecting consumer to an expert. So have unconstrained thinking, but definitely decide on which segment you want to solve for. It's very important to narrow down first and then go broad and narrow, go broad and narrow. This is another part of what Intuit teaches about the innovation side of it. Last but not the least, doesn't matter who comes first or last, keep moving. You guys will be there somewhere. So this is just one of those events. So I don't care at all about the winner versus first or second. This is just a way to recognize. But for me, all of you are winners who have the courage and what we call in Intuit terms to dare to dream. So wish you all the best, and looking forward to see more and more coming up new ideas from this ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Saurabh. I would invite Vikalp Sahni, co-founder, ex-CTO at GoIVivo.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you so much for inviting me into a team here. Hackathons always been inspiring, as been told. There was some great thinking, some great thought process, but more importantly, energy. And the whole passion that we see in people when they are presenting, when they are actually talking about their ideas. I practically start feeling a lot old when I get into these kind of hackathons, that do I have this kind of energy still left in me? But yeah, the good part from my learning perspective is, obviously I've been in the consumer internet space for a really long time, and learning about QuickBooks as a platform where an innovation can happen is interesting. And then on top of it, a lot of great ideas on small and medium businesses sector. I think I agree to what Saurabh and Gaurav mentioned. It's very important to understand for whom you are building the product. And that cannot be just an hypothesis that has to come in by interviewing, by talking to these consumers. I think that's where I would urge all the startups that I have seen today to spend more time. There's a great tech that can be built. There's a great platforms that can be leveraged. But eventually it's the customer or the consumer that you are building for. And there are some great stories where companies like Zappos has been built just by basically creating a web page, but reaching out to the consumers, not by building a great tech platform. So it's important to get empathy towards that customer that you're solving for, and then build your platform around it. So that's one takeaway I would like to give you all. And best of luck with your future, and looking forward to see some of these startups growing really big. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vikal. Now I would invite Anup Pai, founder and CEO, eSamudai.
Guys, first of all, the Intuit team, I think this particular hackathon, the way it was organized, the themes and so on, I think really enjoyed it, really enjoyed the energy of the teams presenting. And building solutions for small businesses and ensuring prosperity for all. I mean that whole mission of Intuit Circles is truly awe-inspiring. On the teams itself, I think there's enough and more great ideas out there. You guys have made a start. I think I think Saurabh was saying, there's no winners and losers in a hackathon. I think overall, each one of you have taken a step forward towards shaping your idea a little bit better through this engagement. And obviously, a partnership with Intuit a partnership, building partnerships in general is a great thing. All the best to everybody, and I look forward to working with the ecosystem, developing SMB tech.
Thank you very much, Anu. I would invite Manish Shah, distinguished engineer, into it now.
Hey guys, I know you all are anxious to hear the announcement for winners, so I'll keep this short. So at Intuit, we say that innovation is everyone's job, and it is great to be part of this event to see new ways of solving customer problems and to meet all of you innovators here today. I admire your courage and passion to pursue your own ideas. At Intuit, we believe that customers are the ultimate judge for all ideas, and the big markets eventually turn these ideas into big business opportunities. So personally, I believe all ideas are good ideas until proven wrong. So I hope you all can continue to validate your solutions with real customers, fall in love with a customer problem, and dream big. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Manish. Now I would request Nidhi Gopal, Director of Engineering, Intuit India, to say something.
Thanks, Anamika. I would just leave all of you with this thought. Everyone over here, all the jury members have given all of you a nugget of some of the piece of advice. I would just leave you with two thoughts. One is the fact that you have this ecosystem wherein so many representation across the different startups have come and shared their ideas. So you leverage this network, lean onto each other, and learn how you could take your idea forward. And second, definitely when you are looking at integrating your ideas to the platform that we discussed today, with respect to QuickBooks, do spend some time, put in some energy in terms of understanding the integration landscape, and be very, very clear on what is the value prop that your respective ideas can create an impact to the customers. Overall, through every single idea that you talked about, thoroughly enjoyed the energy, the passion, and of course, the focus on the customer problem that you're solving for. So kudos to each one of you. While the results will be declared in a while, to all of us, each one of you are the winner. And please do continue dreaming big. Looking forward to your success and all the very best.
Thank you very much, Nidhi. Now I would request Daya Prakash, founder, Talent on Lease, to say a few words.
Anamika, I think Daya had to leave because of a personal emergency. So if you could just.
Right. All right. So thank you all of you for sharing your impressions, your feedback. Now let's move to the most awaited part, that is announcing the winners. So the scores are with us, and I would like to invite Mr. Sanket Atal, Managing Director, Intuit India, to do the honors. As a Managing Director, Sanket leads a team of over 1,000 talented employees who deliver innovations for products like QuickBooks, TurboTax, and Mint that delight millions of small businesses, self-employed customers, and consumers around the world.
Thank you, Anamika. There's some noise coming from some mic. I don't know what it is. Maybe
it could be my mic because we have farmer protest happening here.
First of all, thank you so much to the jury for taking the time to be here. We run this effort like a startup itself. So it's not the most polished, but it's with a lot of heart and a lot of passion that we run this program. And with each one, we learn a lot more. So thank you so much for the time. Some excellent learnings. Sorry about the plane noise. It'll go away in a second. But I was quite moved with all of the presentations today. Just remarkable, the amount of effort that people have put in. One piece of advice that I think all the jurors will agree we deliberated on is that, in the beginning of your presentations, then this is addressed at all the startups and the academia, make sure you clearly articulate the value you're trying to bring. And that way the stage is set so that everybody can be focused on that during your presentation. It's super hard to do a presentation in 5 minutes and just have a few minutes to defend and answer some questions. But everybody did a remarkable job. Thank you so much. So without wasting any more time, I'll begin with the announcement of the winners. So, so we'll do the startups first, and then we'll switch to the academia. So amongst the startups, the second runner-up is Directly Live. Congratulations, guys. Great stuff. We're looking forward to hearing bigger things from you guys going forward. Stay in touch with the team, and let's see what you guys can do.
Thank you.
Good stuff. The first runner-up is Finnovate. Are the Finnovate guys here? There you go. I see you guys, Smriti and Vaibhav. Yeah, good stuff, guys. Congratulations. And looking forward to amazing things. That your use of the APIs and getting all kinds of interesting functionality was awesome. And it'll be great to see what you can do with it going forward. Thank you so much. And finally, the winner today is Fractal. With a name like that, it's got to be amazing, right? Where are you guys? There you go. Congratulations, guys. Great stuff. Amazing, use of AI, and your expertise clearly showed. Really, really good stuff. Let's see what you guys can do. You want to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. It really means a lot coming from you. And we look forward to scaling in this industry with the help of Quickbooks, which you're on. That's it, sir.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. And any help you need from Intuit in the form of some technology, advice, coaching, integrations, do let us know. We're here to help. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And finally, last but not the least, the recognition for the student team that really stood out. Now, we had hundreds and hundreds of student teams apply, and we selected just 2 for this particular occasion. And both did really well. Thank you so much for putting in the effort. Such structure and such maturity in the presentation. Remarkable. I don't know if I could have done that when I was a student. So great stuff. But we had to pick one, unfortunately. And so the winner here with the special recognition is the team called the Miners. Are you guys here? Anybody from the Miners here?
Hello.
There you go, Navya, right? Yeah, would you guys like to say a few words?
It was
Go ahead,
actually a
Navya.
very good experience. I mean, this is our, as I told, this is our first professional hackathon where we got to meet startups and competing against them and learning from them mainly, and seeing how they develop their solutions in a professional and systematic manner. It was a very good learning experience for us.
Brilliant, brilliant. And we're looking forward to seeing, the POC that you produce out of this. Amazing ideas. Working with academia is a big passion of ours. And one of the fundamental goals of Intuit Circles is to connect, right? It's to create the community and connect like-minded people to learn from each other. So I'm glad you mentioned that, Nishchal. Thank you so much. So with that, I think we're done with the announcements. Thank you so much, everybody. This was just fascinating, and looking forward to the next one whenever it happens. Thank you.
Thank you.
Archana,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, everyone.
I think Anup is trying to say something. Is it, Anup?
So first, let's congratulate everyone. Give a huge round of applause to everyone. Yeah.
Thanks into your team. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, congratulations once again. Can we all switch on our camera for a picture?
Oh, Anup left, but I think the rest of us can.
Yeah.
Who's doing the picture, Anamika?
Aska is doing it.
Okay.
Let us know when you're done.
Just a couple more, yeah. Direct live and Viber.
Yeah. So thank you once again, everyone. Congratulations to everybody. And we hope to meet you again in the next edition of Intuit Circles Codeathon. Take care. Keep innovating. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Askar, probably you, me, Archana can just stay back for